Now I'm going to teach you 2-point perspective. It's very similar to 1-point perspective, but instead of there being one vanishing point on the horizon line, now there's two. Usually we see a 2-point perspective when there's a big object in our way and our vision is split around that object to the horizon line. Let's practice. You're going to start your drawing off the exact same way by creating a horizon line. Remember that in reality, your horizon line can be up high or down low on your picture plane, but for right now, we're going to put it somewhere in the middle. On that horizon line, now we're going to establish two vanishing points. We're going to make them pretty far off to the side, but not all the way to the edge. When we're dealing with 2-point perspective, we're often looking at the edge of something rather than the front face of something. So we're going to start this time with just one line. I would like for your line to go above and below the horizon line like I have here. When you're finished, I want you to use the top and the bottom of that line as points to connect to both of the vanishing points on the horizon line. Make sure you hold your ruler still as you make these marks. And don't forget to draw light because you are going to erase part of these lines in a little bit. Now I want to ask you to use your imagination a little bit, because right now you've already done a 2-point perspective drawing, but the building that you've drawn goes all the way into the vanishing points, and not very often in real life would we ever see a building this big. So what we're going to do is establish the sides of this building wherever they end. You can make yours as close to that beginning line or as far away as you'd like, or you can follow me exactly. It's completely up to you. I'm going to determine that the side of this building is about here, and the side of this building is about here. We're going to start erasing some lines now, and we're going to start with the horizon line that's behind our building. Unless our building is clear, we probably wouldn't see these lines. Next, we no longer need the guidelines anywhere past where our building ends, so we can erase those as well. And now you've actually completed a 2-point perspective drawing, but of course we want to make it a little bit more interesting than just a box in the middle of a field, so we're going to add a road. I'm going to connect my vanishing point here and make it go in front of this building. And then I'm going to widen out. This is a little bit more like a sidewalk than a road. Now I'm going to do the same from the other side. Anywhere they've crisscrossed, you can go ahead and erase those lines. Because both sides of this building are affected by the vanishing point, anything that you drew on that building would also be affected by the vanishing point. So just keep that in mind if you want to add windows or doors. And don't forget, you can also use the vanishing points to add more organic shapes, like a row of trees. You're basically just using the vanishing points at that time for guidelines in order to draw those shapes. Just like we did with 1-point perspective, we're now going to go find a 2-point perspective in nature, and we're going to draw it using our viewfinder in plein air. When you're ready, go ahead and flip the page to begin.